Welcome to Rhythm and Rose Las Vegas. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. On today's show, my next guest, she's multiple winner of Best of Las Vegas. She's featured vocalist of Zowie Bowie Las Vegas and also the lead vocalist of the rock band OG8. Welcome, my friend, Jaime Lynch. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, Joshua. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Jamie. Pleasure. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. And wow, it's just incredible too with your new single from OGA, Change.
Mhm.
I love the music video too. Like, whoa, you had fun on that, huh?
Yeah, we did a visualizer, what we call a visualizer. So it wasn't an actual like music video, but we did a visualizer so that we could do a lyric video.
Oh,
And we brought in this great team from New Normal Studios, and they're
okay.
from back east. And we collaborated. I said I want to kind of do this idea, and they took it and they ran with it, and they just come up with
Wow.
the coolest ideas. And I'm
Yeah.
totally happy with the way it came out.
I'm a lot of people are happy with the way it came out. It looks so cool. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
very cool.
yeah, it's just, so let's, before we get into that of of the video, we want to talk about the song Change. So like, what was the foundation of that song? The meaning behind it? What's the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, so Change is actually it's a special song to me. It's actually
Mhm.
the first song that I recorded with OG8, written and recorded with OG8. And Change itself, it's kind of a moody, rock ballady, song. And what it means to me is that it's basically that feeling that you have when you know that you're coming on to change. So you know that something in your life needs to change, or you need to change, or you feel it coming. But it's that anticipation and that kind of dread almost, if you will, because you don't know what's on the other side of change, but you know it needs to happen. So it's kind of like you're standing on the edge of a cliff and you know that you're going to jump, and you don't know if you're going to fall or fly, but either way, you know you're jumping because you have to, like it has to change. But it's just that feeling, that overwhelming kind of feeling of like that fear and anticipation and excitement. And that's what this song is about.
Wow, well said, Jamie. I
Thank
was
you.
already inspired by that. I was like, yes. So, and that's the thing too. It's yeah, that song has so much power behind it, which is true. It's like, how do you ever expect to go to the next level in your life or develop a certain level of yourself if you don't make a change? There's that quote, nothing changes if nothing changes. So if you're always stuck in that same cycle of nothing happening or nothing going, you have to sometimes be the one to make yourself the change your mentality, put your faith into action, right? Yes, I have faith, but if I'm not doing something about it, making moves, making bold moves, taking risks, then there's no results. So that's a great what you just explained right now in the song. Like,
Oh,
wow, yeah,
thank you. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I think, as humans, we're so, we love our comfort. At least I do. I love being in my comfort zone, but as they
uh,
say, no growth really happens in your comfort
uh,
zone. You got to get out of your comfort zone. So
right.
that is really what that song is about. And it's off of our first album, which we recorded a while back.
Okay.
Um and it's my favorite song off the first album. So I hope that the listeners will check it out because it is a very special song. And I'm so glad that, it's getting the airtime and the radio play
Yeah,
that it deserves.
that's cool.
And yeah, now we're focusing on the second album. So we definitely have some more new music coming and lots of exciting things happening.
Speaking of the more music, you were recently out with Troy, right? Doing some recording sessions. Yeah, you want to share about that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
So we have been for the past few months actively writing and recording our second album, which is slated to release probably in September of this year, hopefully. I'm actually going back to Oregon this coming week, and it's probably going to be
Oh,
the final, trip up there to finalize
the
the
fine.
album.
Yeah.
And I really think it is. I mean, we've been working hard at this for numerous months and really pouring our
Wow.
heart soul into this next album. And it's exciting. I'm very excited about the work that we're doing, and we've got some, new sounds. We still have that rock through line, if you will.
Mhm.
But we've added a little bit more kind of country to it and a little bit just a little bit of everything. And I'm very excited to get the music out. It's just, yeah, I'm excited about it. So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
Well, I'm excited for everyone too. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
exciting. Thanks for showing even thanks for posting like little behind the scenes too when you're out there because that's cool. I definitely check it out and I know a lot of fans are too, just to see what you're at the studio doing.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for saying that because, like social media for me is I am a private person and so sometimes I question like, oh, do they want to see this or not? Or, what should I be posting? So thank you for saying that. I'll definitely try to um show a little bit more behind the scenes and the
Oh,
process.
please do. Yeah. I mean, I think that's
But
what us musicians, because I'm a musician, or just those who are very big on music, they want to see the creativity of where it's starting, where how it's all started, right? So, like for me, I love that. I love seeing you in the studio mixing whatever you can show. It's like cool. This is the
yeah,
foundation of the song, right? Before me, I'm checking it out. Like so cool.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And so this album coming up, is this going to lead to, I would assume, bigger doors to a tour? You guys talked about a US tour and all that?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that is
Yeah.
absolutely in the works right now. Our focus, like I said, was to finish this album, and that's what we've really been focusing on lately. But once we get done with it, we're going to laser focus on working on our show. And we have a couple shows in the works right now that are back east in September and October of this year. So once that happens, we're going to start getting going. We definitely want
Yeah.
to around the US, of course, and hopefully eventually globally. But
Yeah.
I'm excited to get on the road. I'm excited to get on stage, really, because
Of
that's
course. Yeah.
that's where I love to be. And don't get me wrong, I love the studio, I love the writing, and that whole process
Yeah.
is amazing. But the stage and the live performance is such a different beast and such a
Oh,
different
yeah.
energy, and it's just it's just so fun. And I can't wait to get up there and just connect with the crowd and get going with that as well for OG8.
Awesome. Yeah, I got to say, when I saw you at Fremont with Chris, yeah, the way your guys' energy is with the crowd, it's just unbelievable. I mean, especially
Oh,
with you, the way that yeah, I could see why you love being on stage because the way you own it. You know what I mean? When you're on stage, you're in a different Jamie of like, you're just like,
yeah.
I'm here, let's go. But the way that you present it and you attack it, it's like, dang, like, whoa, but everyone feels that and it's good. And I
Wow.
think that's cool that you have that. Yeah. But
Thank you
that's
so
what thing.
much.
Yeah, oh, you're welcome. Yeah, and that's what things sometimes my close friends and my family are like, hey, like anytime I'm off, right? Like, I'll decide of this. They're like, where's that Joshua from Rhythm and Roads? The one that I'm like, yeah, where is he? Because I guess I
You're,
don't know. There's
you're
something
all
when I'm
too
in,
real.
yeah, when I'm in my zone here, I'm like, but then when I'm outside, sometimes you do just, you kind of get off track a little bit, and you're like, yeah, don't forget who you are. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so funny because when I'm not on stage or performing, I'm usually, you know, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm usually like in my sweats and in my mom mode, and I'm just like, comfy. Like I'm all about being comfortable, like I said. And so
Yeah.
it's a very different vibe. Like I don't know if people would recognize me out on the street compared to the stage, but
Uh,
it's just different variations of yourself, and
right. Yeah, exactly.
fun.
Like for me, I'm like, now that you mentioned that, yeah, I love watching 90 Day Fiance. I mean, on
Yeah,
Sunday, Monday nights, I'm there with my wine glass watching the show. And but then,
totally.
yeah, or watching Yellowstone, the new season. So,
Love it. Love it.
oh,
Did you see Dutton Ranch yet?
I did. I saw it, the premiered on Friday night. Yeah, it was,
It's so good.
whoa.
Ah, I
Yeah.
know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Love that. Love those series. Love all those
Oh
actors.
yeah, yeah, it's great. I mean, it's well written. I would love to go to Montana just to experience that,
Oh,
just the
right.
whole area of that area. So, but
Agreed.
yeah, so, one thing too is, with so much going on with just entertainment and our shows and all that, it's okay to also rest. It's okay to take time for yourself and it's okay to reset because in the end, it's you who needs to really focus on taking care of you, right? So it's like you have the music, you have the live shows, family, and everything else. But if you're not taking care of you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, that's Without you, there's no show. So, the show, well, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
the most
totally.
important is always take care of your mental health, your emotions, everything, anything that you might feel. Just remember, you got to hear your body, what's going on.
Yeah,
So don't forget to take care of yourselves, guys.
yes, I couldn't agree more with that. And I have to say, I've had that reminder as of recently too, because with this radio push with change, and we had another single come
Yeah.
out recently, and doing the album and being a mom and performing still in Vegas. And like I feel like I've been juggling
A
5,000 different
lot.
balls up in the air, if you will. And
Yeah.
and then just all the things that we have to do as humans and parents and people and friends and family and all the things that we
It
do.
just goes on.
I
Yeah.
had to kind of just get to that point where I was like, okay, you know what? I got to just allow myself to sleep today. I got to rest.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
the other day, I was like, I have so much on my list that I need to get done, but also I'm not able to do it at my best capacity if I'm not,
Right. Exactly.
rested and at
Yeah.
my best. So
Right. Of
allow
course.
myself to rest when I need to. And I think that's super important. And to just kind of like take the pressure off yourself a little bit. I mean,
Jeez.
obviously you want
Yeah.
to show up and you want to, go after your dreams and make things happen.
Right.
But I think that if you don't allow yourself that rest, you risk burning out. You risk
Right.
not, you risk getting sick. There's all these
Yeah.
things.
There is.
It's
And we don't
so
want that to happen to you or anyone else.
no, we don't.
Yeah.
We do not.
Because that's the thing. You only have one body and, take care of it.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
because yeah, because you don't want to get sick and then you cannot perform, cannot sing. You don't want to limit yourself. So yeah, I've always take care of you. And there's times for me, I get invited to certain shows, right? And I love going to shows. Please, anyone want to invite me to a show? I will go and support you. But there's times where I'm also working and then I'm dealing with other things, and I have to listen to me, and I have to be like, wait, if I show up to this event because I'm going to be supportive, am I giving them my best?
Mm,
By being there, by being present, by when I say them. I don't want to come across with my energy because you can feel the energy, right? Of
totally.
down, kind of like, yeah, you're trying, but you feel off. You don't want to bring that out. So you need to go home. If you need to go home and take care of you, it's okay to cancel. It's okay to say, hey, I'll catch you on the next show. Thank you for the invitation.
Yeah.
Just the way that when you get home, you can just really just reset. All right. So don't feel, what about what they're going to think? How are they going to take it? Hey, don't worry about that. There's always other opportunities.
That's
Focus on you. Because for me, there's been times I almost wanted, almost so close to going, but I said, you know what? I can't. I know myself. I feel it. I cannot do this. I have to stay home. And I don't regret it because the next day you feel great. You feel reset. You feel back again. So
yeah. Yeah, and I think
anyway,
there's something to honoring your own needs as well. I
yeah,
mean,
of course.
it's
Yeah.
so important. And I think that we tend to, well, a lot of people tend to kind of overlook that and overgive because you do care and you do want to show up
Right. Of course.
but
Yeah.
at what cost? At what
Yeah.
cost ultimately to yourself? And then if you're not good, then it will ultimately spill over, you know.
Exactly.
It-
Yes, I agree.
yeah, so I couldn't
Yeah.
agree more. It's super important. So
It is
everyone
very
out there,
important,
make
guys.
sure you rest.
Yeah, for those that are watching, please rest.
Yes, take care of yourself
That's the
for
highlight
sure.
of the show right now is rest.
Absolutely. And mental health is so important. I mean,
It is.
it's a huge,
Yes.
it's actually something that's really important to OG8, is to
Oh,
bring
good.
mental health. And that was something that Troy and I, so for those who don't know, Troy Williver is the founder of OG8. He's also the guitar player and
Yeah.
we co-write together. Um,
Such a cool dude.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
fun. Um, so from day one, we had these conversations around mental health and wanting to bring, open the conversation to that as well. So there are like a couple songs on the first album that touch upon mental health,
Oh,
suicidal ideation, like
yeah.
stuff like that. Because I think it's very important to open that conversation. It's not talked about enough because it is such a
Right.
fucking hard conversation to
It
have.
is. It's
But
hard.
yeah, and it's not easy to go through or to be around or any of it.
Yeah.
And but I think that by not talking about it keeps it stigmatized, keeps it in the
Yeah.
dark.
Right.
So I think the more light we can shine up on that, hopefully people will know that they're not alone and
Right.
there is help and
Yes.
people care, you know.
Right.
And so yeah, rest, mental health, it's just all so important in this
Awesome.
industry and in life in general, you know.
Yes, I agree. I want to really add to that. Thank you for bringing that up because, yes, guys, with so much going on in the world right now, and just we're trying our best to even stay afloat with stay with
Yeah.
bills and just life, right? Yeah, if it's okay to ask for help. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like you're going to be looked down upon. It's
Mhm.
okay to reach out to a family member, a close friend. If you really are struggling with something, just ask for help. Because in the future, you're doing this for yourself for the future. You're doing this from saving yourself from something worse happening. So don't feel like, well, I don't want them to think bad about me. I don't want them. No, don't. Please, if they are truly your friend and they love you and they're there for you, they will be with you through the bad and the good. But they don't want in the future of yourself to go down a road that you can never get back. So please reach out for help. There's hotline numbers out there. Look online. But yes, when I lost my mother, I gotta say, like, now her anniversary is coming up next week of her death, and lately it's been hard. It has, and so I don't know if you saw a post recently that I posted, um,
I
but
did
yeah. So this is her fingerprints. I've always had her with me
love
from
that.
episode one, but
Yeah.
every almost 3 years. But here's the thing: is we struggle with certain loss of family, and it sucks. It really does. But the
Yeah.
thing is, my faith has helped me. I mean, I'm not saying that's what's going to help everyone, but for me, it's because of God. He's held me together. He's given me my close circle of friends to help me during times of loss, times of uncertainty, and I'm grateful that I had that. And there's those out there that will need that, and it's okay to ask for that. It's okay to not be okay. You're not perfect. You're not a robot. We're human. So.
Yeah, I
I feel
completely
like
agree.
Dr. Phil.
I know.
Like
We went
I'm
from
bald. I
music
should, right? I'm
to
bald here.
Dr. Phil. But no,
Yeah.
I think it's so important. And I'm sorry about the loss of your mom, first and foremost.
Oh, thanks,
And
Jamie.
yeah, of course. I just want to say too, like just going on that same topic, I think that people struggle with mental health, depression, anxiety,
Oh yeah.
whatever it is that you're going through. And
Yeah.
it's so much more common than people realize. That's
It
the
is very common.
I mean, I think it's like one
Yeah.
in three or one in four, like in their lifetime will experience a major depressive episode. So
Yeah.
it's not uncommon. And it's unfortunate that it's stigmatized because it is a
Yeah.
common thing.
It
It needs
is.
to be, you know, uh, there needs to be more support and more awareness, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah. And it's okay to get counseling too, guys. Like I've gone to counseling plenty of times. I mean, my parents divorced and that was hard when they did that after many years. I've dealt with my own little side of depression and certain things, but I went to counseling because I mean, there's something about talking to a stranger than your family where this person who doesn't know you kind of will get the hint of what's going on. And you kind of see the different sides. You're like, whoa, how come, you know what I mean? And that's okay. So don't feel like, well, I don't want to talk to a stranger. Get rid of that pride, that ego. No, go and ask for
Mhm.
help, talk to them, and they are there professionally to listen and know what's going on. I don't regret it at all. So,
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think that I'm a huge proponent of therapy. I think everybody needs it and it's not a bad thing. Health is health, mental health is health. We go to
yeah,
the doctor, we get checked out. Why would we not take care of our mental health?
exactly.
It's all connected,
Very great.
So it's
Yeah,
weird
that's
that it's like,
true.
oh, so just the body and the brain are like no, like obviously it's part of our body. It's connected. Like
Yeah,
it's strange that Western medicine, kind of differentiates that. But
yeah,
I think it keeps it stigmatized too. And so, yes, I agree with you. Anyone out there, reach out for help. It is so worth it
it
and
is. Yeah.
needed. And yeah, I completely agree with
Yeah,
that.
and you're doing it for you, okay? No one else will take care of you except you. So, yeah, so do it for you, okay?
Mhm.
So one thing I want to add too, and this will move on. I just found this out too because I mean, I just barely got to know this actor, but I don't know if you remember him from. There was a movie that he was with Chuck Norris called Sidekicks from the '90s, but he was somewhat up there, getting there as a actor. I mean, I don't know his name, but I will mention it, guys. Sorry, but this actor, which I found out what I read, was that he was great, right? He was great at the in the 90s getting up there, but then he wasn't getting hired a lot to do roles and people weren't taking him seriously anymore. But the thing is he was an incredible actor. But he took his life because he felt, well, who no one's hiring me, no one's giving me a chance. What the heck am I here for then? And that's sad because my brother and we're filmmakers and we're very big on supporting actors and just directors. But we looked and we're like, what happened to this guy? And we looked it up, and and he died at like 28 years old.
Yeah.
But then prior to that, he was in big films. He even worked with Steven Spielberg, and the thing is like he killed himself just because no one gave him a chance. And so what I'm saying on this Rhythm and Rose, guys, is you have a purpose, and just know that there's going to be a lot of doors that are going to close. But that doesn't mean you have to stop and close your door on life. You don't. If that direction closes, there's going to be another opportunity that might open up for it. Just don't give up. Ask for help. Hey, guys, I'm in need of service of something. Is there a job? Is there something? Ask some circle of friends. So to me, that's something that's still going on as of today, where there's a lot of music artists, there's certain actors, they might not get their gig, they might not get that break of their record deals, something came up, and they start losing who they are. They start feeling like, well, then what am I here for then? And then they give up. No, you have so much to offer. Please don't give up. So that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I'll just add really quickly. I mean, I think too in this industry, in the music industry, or being a creative, being an artist, your identity is so attached to that. And
Yeah, it is.
it's also a business and it's also an art, and
Right.
it's a little bit confusing sometimes. And so the rejection can feel really personal, even if it's not.
Right.
And
Right.
add on top of that, if you do, do suffer with depression or anxiety or anything like that, and you're going into chemically there's stuff going on, and so it feels very, very personal. It can feel very
Yeah.
devastating. It can feel, there's no hope.
Like it's directed at you.
Yeah, or like the end of the
Yeah. It's
world.
like,
And
yeah.
and it's hard to see past that, when you're in depression, especially like if
Right.
you're
Yeah.
really in it. It's hard to see the truth that it can change. It will get better, you guys.
Yeah. Right.
This is just a moment. This is just a thing. There are people that love you, like,
Yes.
yeah, just don't give up. Just talk to
Yeah.
somebody, even if it's a stranger. Like call the
Yeah.
hotline or whatever.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wasn't even prepared for this, but there is a reason why we're bringing this subject up, and there's someone who's going to watch this that might need that, and I feel strongly that God probably brought this up for that reason. So, because I wasn't prepared to talk about this, but it's interesting, right? I mean, things come up for a certain reason. You don't know who you're helping,
absolutely.
so yeah,
Yeah. Well, if there is someone out there watching and listening, just know that you're not alone, and
yeah.
reach out to somebody.
Please,
Your life is worth it,
you
truly.
are, yeah, yeah. Your life is worth it. And the song change again, it's so awesome, especially now that I know the foundation behind it. See, that's what I love about interviewing artists and just knowing what's the song about.
Yeah.
Now that you explained it, it's even wow, even way better.
You.
But yeah, let's talk about the video now. So like, what was that like with being on that set and then just being a part of that?
Well, actually, I wasn't even in the video. It's not,
You
it's
weren't? Oh, you weren't at all.
no,
What?
that would be amazing if I was. No,
I thought
so
you were. Oh shoot.
no, so what we did, instead of doing like an actual music video, we decided to do, like I said, the visualizer thing, which meant
Oh, okay.
taking different images and different ideas, and we're just creating a really cool
Oh
visual.
shoot.
And then so we decided to make the visualizer, but also add the lyrics on it so we could use it as a lyric video as
Oh
well.
wow. Okay.
And so we took the visual from, there's a cover for Change where the hand's like reaching out of the ocean. And so
Oh
take
wow.
that
Okay.
visual to New Normal Studios is who we collabed with.
Yeah.
And I told him, the water, and I gave him the lyrics. I told him what the song was about. I said, this is the vibe, and they took it and ran with those ideas and just created this
That's
amazing
incredible.
visual video. Like truly,
Wow.
it's truly cool, right? With
It
the
is cool.
the under the water and the waves, and it's all
Yeah,
together, and it's just beautiful. They did such an amazing job.
they
And
really did.
yeah, so that's that. Like it wasn't me in the water. There's a woman in the water, like that's not me. It
Well,
was
I know it's not you, but I
uh
mean, being part of
yeah.
the laser in certain areas in the video. I mean,
Oh
I don't know.
wow.
Yeah, like with the
Yeah.
laser, like certain lights and going on and why. I mean, I'm just checking it out. Like, oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. So and we also have um we shot a demo video like a while back. And so
oh,
we
okay.
did shoot actually some video for change. So maybe that's what you're thinking. There's
Yeah,
like
that's
a
what I'm thinking about. The lasers, the
okay, I'm
pyramid.
sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you were
That's what
talking
I'm
about the
talking about.
visualizer.
Oh
So
no,
that
yeah.
one, we didn't get we unfortunately it wasn't like a full music video. It was just a clip of it for a
Okay.
video. But it was shot in Vegas
Oh,
and
cool. Nice.
at Redwall Studios. That's where they have the laser, and it
Oh,
was shot
nice.
with Trick Rivera,
Yeah.
a great friend of mine, just awesome guy, super talented. Does most of my photos as well. But anyway, so there's like a triangle laser that we
Yeah.
do with the
Yeah.
smoke, and so
Yeah.
that's a really cool visual too.
Yeah.
Redwall
So that was
Studios.
just visual.
Uh, that
Like
one
you,
that one was us. I was in that one,
okay.
obviously. And
Yeah,
then the
yeah.
other video that I was referring to
Right. The
is the
visual.
visualizer, and that
Yeah.
has like some really cool, video in there that they created.
Well, they did a great job collaborating everything together to make
Yeah.
it the way it is. So yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome job. So
Thank you.
well, Jamie, yeah, and I really look forward to what's coming for OGA with the second album. I know Troy even said, "Hey, if I'm ever out there in Vegas doing a show, I want to meet you." And I'm like, "Please, like, I want to meet Troy and everyone else." Yeah, I mean, man, I'm
Well,
starting to. Yeah, go ahead,
hopefully
what?
that will definitely happen, and hopefully we'll be doing a show in Vegas, and maybe you can come out and meet everybody, and
Of
that'd be
course,
that'd be fun.
yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. Now, for the viewers to stay updated on this journey with you, what is your Instagram?
Yes. So my personal Instagram is I am Jaime Lynch, but OG8 has an Instagram. Excuse me. We're all over social media. So on Instagram, OG8 is OG8 underscore original eight.
Okay.
But I would say if you're interested in checking out OG8, go to the website. It's og8music.com, and you can find everything on there, all the streaming platforms, all the links to that, everyone's personal bios, just more about the band itself.
Yeah.
And so anything you're looking for, you can find there. But otherwise, we're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at this point, mostly
Nice.
under OG8 official or OG8 underscore original eight, because we
All right.
started the band as original eight. So we are known as original eight, and then we
Right.
shortened to OG8. So
I
cool.
like that. Yeah. It sounds, I like it sketchy. OGA. And
Yeah,
that's what
thank
Troy explained was the original. Yeah.
yes.
When did you join the band?
I came in 2023,
Oh,
and
okay.
I was the last member to join.
Very
Troy
cool.
Troy, real quick, Troy, wanted to create this band, and he had an
Yeah.
idea for another project that he was doing. And so he put together this group of amazing
Yeah.
musicians. And I was the last piece that came in. They were looking for a lead female singer, and Troy reached out to a mutual friend that lives in Vegas. We have a mutual friend also named Troy. And Vegas Troy said, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I know a few girls," and he gave uh Troy Williver, OG8 Troy, my name and number. We ended up
Yeah.
talking. They came out and saw a show on Fremont, and then the rest is history.
Oh, oh, yeah. When they saw that show at Fremont, they were like, yep, we're going to talk to her after and offer the offer. Yeah.
That's
I would
kind of
do
how
the
it went down.
same.
But
Yeah. I
we
bet.
had
Yeah.
we had a conversation after that, and I said, I had an interest in doing original music and
Mhm.
writing, and I said, "Oh,
Oh,
can I
okay.
write?" And he was like, "Heck yeah!" So I was like, "Let's do it.
That
Let's
works out.
do songs." And then as we got going, it kind of evolved into let's do a band, let's do an album, so let's create OG8.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that story too.
Yeah.
It's always cool to just hear your side of just how you started. So very cool. Well, guys, if you'd like to come on and share your story on Rhythm and Rose Las Vegas, my Instagram is Joshua Jacob Official. Feel free to send me a message. We can definitely bring you on. I believe every story can impact someone's life. They might be at the edge of giving up, but one story, one testimony can change them to be like, you know what? If they can do it, I'm going to try to do it. And don't give up. Have faith, have hope. Believe in yourself. God believes in you, so don't stop believing in yourself. All right, Jamie Lynch, such a pleasure, my friend, to come on the show. Always a pleasure to have you on. You're always welcome on. And I look forward to seeing what's next for OG8 on their new album. All right, guys, thank you for
Thank
watching.
you, guys.
This is
Thank you.
Joshua Jacob. You're welcome. Joshua Jacob with Rhythm and Roads, Las Vegas. Thank you for watching.